Hey, my name is Mike, and in this video I'll be showing you how to farm both mounts in Return to Karazhan. This is a level 110 Legion dungeon that can only be done on Mythic for the mounts. This dungeon is located, and by the way, the mount that I'm on currently is one of the mounts you'll be farming. This mount is located in Eastern Kingdoms in Deadwind Pass, and once you enter, make sure it's Mythic and then open the doors. When you open the doors, you're going to notice a message in chat that says, "The strange chill of a dark presence winds through the air." This means you have started the gauntlet and you have about 6 or 7 minutes, I'm not entirely sure, to get to the first crystal. Now, if you're just here for midnight, this crystal thing means nothing to you, and I'll make sure to point out things that don't matter to you if you're just here for midnight, which has a low percent chance to drop. I'm not entirely sure of the percentage. It's probably around 5%. If you're here for the Smoldering Ember Wyrm, which is the flying mount that I was on to start the video, it's about a 20% chance to drop, and you have to do this gauntlet, so make sure you're doing this crystal thing. So on your way to the first boss, the opera event, you can skip most of the trash. And while I do that, I'm going to quickly go over some frequently asked questions for these videos. First of all, this video was recorded on Thursday, October 4th, 2018 in patch 8.0.1, which is the BFA launch patch. In this video, I'm a level 120 Fury Warrior, I level 370, and the earliest I tried this was about 340, but you can probably do it at around 325. The map stays open in this video for anyone who's never been here before and needs a little bit more direction. The video is sped up a bit just because that way it's not as long. And if you want a list of my add-ons, I've linked them in the description box below. So when you get to the first boss opera event, you're going to talk to Barnes and he's going to start it, and there's usually about a minute of RP. And this boss can be one of 3 different bosses depending on the week. So this week it wasn't that difficult, it was just kill one thing at a time. However, one of the things that you want to keep note of is that if you ever get a boss called Tony, what you want to do is you want to kill Tony slowly. You want to get him to 50%, and then the second boss will come in, kill that boss to 50%, and then kill both Tony and that boss. Because at 120, you can just one-shot Tony, and that's going to bug the fight, making it so he never spawns that second boss, and you're going to just have to hearth and restart the fight. So just keep that in mind. For this boss, or for this trash actually, the guy that I first pulled, sometimes you can pull him without pulling the other 2 guys, so that's why I quickly got over here, but unfortunately I pulled them. But sometimes you can skip all of them, or skip most of them. Sorry, skip those 2 guys and just kill that 1 guy. And then after the opera event, you're going to just make your way underneath the stage. And you're going to encounter these guys, which aren't that difficult. They have a Firelands portal that spawns a little bit more trash. Not too difficult to kill. You're going to go up this ramp, and usually, sometimes you might find a guy. I did. He kind of paths along this area. It's a skeletal usher. There's a couple of them in this area, and they just do a flashlight cast. When they do this, turn away from them because it'll blind you for like 5 seconds. So this is where the first crystal is, where the crowd is watching the opera event. Pull all the trash because you're probably going to pull them anyway, getting the crystal. So when you get this crystal, what's going to happen is you're going to get a buff, and the duration of this buff varies depending on how quickly you got here. But this is the crystal you need for the Ember Wyrm mount that you may be here farming. If you're here for midnight, you do not have to do this. You can just keep going this way. You're going to go past the doors where I'm going right now, past these skeletal ushers, which again, flashlight cast, look away, and you're going to make a right here and jump off the balcony. And I'll get back to this in a second because I have to go do something else for the Ember Wyrm people. So for the Ember Wyrm farmers, you're going to go to the second crystal, which is just before Maiden of Virtue in the last room on the left. So what you can do is you can pull as much trash as you want here, and you can just line of sight it in that room and kill it instead of slowly taking your time to get there. And in this room, like I said, is the second crystal, and when you obtain this second crystal, you're going to get a second stack of the buff that you have, and the duration is going to be increased by 5 minutes. And every time you get a crystal from now on, you're going to get another stack and another 5 minutes added to the duration of it. And as you can see in this video, I have plenty of time to get this done, so you're not in any sort of rush. And in this video, I don't use my heroic leap, I don't use my nitro boost, just to show you that you can do this without any sort of speed boost. I don't have anything movement increases in this video, so that way you can see you don't need them. But if you want to, it obviously will make the instance go faster, but you don't need to use them. So once you get that second crystal, you're going to go back the way you came, and now we're back to the both map farm things. So Midnight and Ember Wyrm farmers, what you're going to do is you're going to go straight through here, and you're going to jump over the balcony into the room with Moroes. Now, in the room with Moroes, there's a whole bunch of trash. You do not need to pull any of it. None of it will pull with the boss, so just ignore all of it. Try to go in between these tables, as you're going to see I do, and pull the boss. Moroes has 4 people around him that have casts and do stuff. You can just AoE them down. They don't do that much damage. Moroes himself likes to teleport and stuff. Once you kill Moroes, you're going to loot the crystal behind the table on his platform here. So as you can see, he's going to die, and I'm going to go loot the crystal right back here, and it's going to add yet another 5 minutes on a stack, like I said. But also make sure, you don't have to do this if you're farming midnight, but if you're farming the Wyrm, make sure to pick up these rusty keys, because you need them to go to access the later part of the dungeon, which I will make sure to point out. So again, if you're farming midnight, you do not need to loot those keys, only if you're farming the Wyrm. Once you've done that, you're going to head out of this room, out of this hall, into the main room area. I'm not too sure. You're going to take a right and go down the stairs. Now, if you were farming midnight, you do not need to farm. You do not need to even kill Moroes. So you can just go straight down these steps. So you can avoid that whole dining room that I was just in and go straight down these steps. And what you're going to do at the bottom of these steps is you're going to take a right, and that's where midnight is. So if you're here for midnight, you do opera, you take a right, jump off the balcony, ignore Moroes, come down these stairs, and kill midnight. However, if you're doing the Ember Wyrm thing, you gotta do everything I've been doing in this video. Now, around midnight is a bunch of trash that you can kill if you're not that geared, but I just like to pull all of it because I can kill all of it, and it makes this a little bit quicker. When midnight gets to about 50% health, Attumen, the horseman, I believe, is gonna spawn. You can target him, and once you kill him, the boss dies, and you will loot, hopefully, the mounts. If not, you can come back when this instance resets. And this is a mythic dungeon, so it is on a weekly reset, which is Tuesday in North America, and I believe Wednesdays in Europe. So make sure to double check that raid info before you come in here. It's not a daily thing you can do. So if you're here for midnight, you're done. You can hearth out, and you can try again next week if you didn't get it. If you're here for the Ember Wyrm, you're going to keep going. You're going to go into this area past the original Karazhan entrance, and you're going to go into this spider area. In this area, there's going to be spider webs on the ground. Try to avoid as much of those as you can, because standing in those will spawn a few more spiders for you to deal with. They don't hurt, they're just tedious and annoying and makes us take a little bit longer. And you can also avoid pretty much all the spiders in this area, except I happen to pull that double pack that you saw me killing earlier. So at this point, I'm just anything that I'm pulling, I'm taking with me to the second last crystal in the portal. So you're gonna have to go over a couple of webs in this area, but you're gonna see there's a crystal. I'm gonna pull all this stuff, pull all the webs, and then start killing the trash. Now in this area, make sure before you click the crystal, you double check your tooltip to make sure you're clicking on the crystal. Because there has been times here where I want to click the crystal, but I accidentally click the portal, and then I have to come all the way back here. So make sure you're clicking the crystal and then click the portal, which will take you back to the entrance of Return to Karazhan. So when you started, you went right. Now you're gonna go left. Now underneath this ramp that I'm taking right now is a room you're gonna be killing the Ember Wyrm boss in. So keep that in mind, because we're gonna be coming back here. Now, up this ramp, this door that I'm entering through right now, that's the door that if you did not loot the rusty keys, it will be locked. And if it's locked, you have to go all the way back to Moroes, pick up those keys, and run back. Now, I have done this where I forgot to loot the keys. I went back, I looted Moroes, and I came back. I still have plenty of time to loot the final crystal. So at 120 or above, it shouldn't be that big of an issue, but make sure to save yourself some time. You are looting those keys beforehand, because that door will be closed. You're going to make your way up Karazhan, up these stairs and whatnot, and you're going to be heading towards the final boss, or final crystal rather, that you need, which drops after, I don't know why after was so weird there, after you kill the Curator. So before you kill the Curator though, there is a trash pack that guards one of the doors, and he doesn't do anything really special. What he does do though, if you don't kill him quick enough, he's going to put some debuff on you, and if you have this debuff, there'll be like a purple shadow of you somewhere in this room where you killed them. Just step onto that shadow and you'll be able to kill that ad. Now, Curator, again, a bunch of ads around him. You do not need to kill them. As you see, they don't pull with the boss, but the pack right beside him will in this video. So, Curator drops an orb that you can kill, as well as drops some blue stuff that you don't want to stand in that swirly. Don't stand in that either. But the ads around the boss, there's going to be one big ad, as well as a few small ads around him. You want to kill the small ads first, and then the big ad, because the big ad will not die unless those small ads are dead. So once you kill Curator, you're going to loot the 5th and final crystal, and now your buff is going to change to a buff called Medivh's Presence, and it lasts a total of 5 minutes. So what you're going to do now is head right back the way you came, go back to the entrance of Karazhan. And if you remember, I was talking about how underneath the ramp where we got up to this area was that doorway to where we're going to fight the boss. We're heading back there. Now in this video, I'm going to be taking a long way, going down the stairs, just again to show you that you're not in any sort of rush to get here. You can jump down this area. As you see, I'm looking down. You can just jump straight down there, and it'll take you to where you need to go. It saves you, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds if you're in a rush. But again, like I said, I just want to show you that if you're doing this like at 120 and you're doing it correctly, chances are you're not really in a rush anyway. So just showing you that you're fine. So going back the way we came. If you pull any ads, obviously just kill them really quick. And when you get to the ramp, you can just jump down and head into the, I think it's called the Master's Terrace. And in the Master's Terrace, you're going to find an image of Medivh. Now, if he's not there, you won't have the buff anyway, so he's not going to be there, I don't think. I don't think he shows up unless you have the buff. So what you're going to see is you're going to see the image of Medivh. Now, he's kind of almost invincible, so it might be scared a little bit, but he's here. You're going to see, you're going to click him, and you're going to talk to him, and he's going to do some like 2-minute RP to spawn Nightbane. Now, Nightbane's going to spawn, and this is the boss that you want to kill. If you die on this fight, it doesn't matter. The boss will still be here. You can come back and keep trying to kill it. It doesn't despawn. Once you've spawned it, you're good. You can just keep trying to kill it. This boss isn't that difficult. He's going to spawn some fire patches on the ground that you want to not stand in. They don't do that much damage, but they can kill you at 120, so just move out of them. At I think 50% health, he's going to fly up into the air and spawn some adds. When he does this, the Bone Curse add is the one you want to kill as quickly as possible because it puts a stacking permanent dot on you, which doesn't hurt that much. But when that add dies, this one that I'm killing right now, the boss will come back down and you just kill him and then you're done. And when the boss comes down, he also has a fear that he might do as well called Bellowing Roar, so keep that in mind. And again, this mount is about a 20% chance to drop, I believe. So you should get it relatively quickly. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing to my channel, following me on Twitch and Twitter and whatnot if you're into that sort of thing. And like the video if you liked it. So anyway, good luck farming, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.